So, with the fifth episode and the fourth one, they talk a lot about the people who were being interviewed and investigated, but also, I think the most important part is the timeline. I think that mentioning that part is very crucial to the investigation and really looking into how when she got out of school at 2:15, but also the approximate location, the distance to, I believe, the Best Buy where she was later put into the back of the trunk, and how they mentioned if this occurred in a public spot with visible lighting because it's at daytime, at least someone or someone would have heard something or saw something. But also, um, another thing that I want to talk about is I think that's very crucial. Is I think that they should look into Jay as a suspect. He does seem a little odd because he mentions a lot about how um, Adon would come forward and say Jay is doing this because I am reporting him for his involvement in killing Hay. And I just think that he seems to know a lot about what had occurred, but also claims he has no involvement in the case. So, another thing that I think is quite odd about this is when he talks about knowing where Hayes' car is and leading the detectives to where it is. I think it's kind of weird unless he spotted it. Um, Another thing that we learn about Jay is he seems to be like distrustful of the police. He has a history with them, so he's not too fond of them. And there's a lot that they mentioned. They talked about his motive, that Hay had a motive to kill. Adon had a motive to kill Hay based off of him having a broken heart. And I think that it's too little based off of a lot of the things we know. Physical evidence, the only thing that they really had was someone mentioning this, like Jay talking about, oh, he he mentioned this. And another thing that they talked about was knowing where the physical shovels were, where the shovels that he used to bury her. And he mentioned him cleaning the shovels, wiping off any prints that might have been on the shovel that would link him to the murder. And Jay and Adon, they weren't even close. They were acquaintances. And I think based on a lot of the information we have, it's too early or too just to say that Adon did it. I think that closing in on one suspect too early can be detrimental to the investigation, as the potential suspect or the person who is a suspect overall will basically um, get away with it. And there's a lot of potential suspects. Mr. S, who spotted the body first, he basically could have had some sort of alibi and said, like they mentioned when he was using the restroom and he saw the body like from a large distance, and that's kind of concerning. And overall, I think it is kind of odd, and there's a lot of information that really does inconsistencies, like when they talked about in the investigation where Jay had said he was at this mall, and then later at the second investigation talking about being at a different location. And he also mentioned about seeing the physical body when it was in the trunk, and his shock and having to report it. And I just think that there's a lot of potential suspects, or that it's just too early to tell if it really was a Don based on